that may be backed up right now. It's just adding more capacity. I mean, you cannot always build your way out of congestion, but it's definitely going to help if the majority of the routes in the region are two-lane, and they're just really getting to the end of their capacity of what you can accommodate along a two-lane roadway. You'll see a lot of ability to move more cars through on a four-lane facility. The State Route 60 extension is going to provide a different alternative to get over to a new interchange at State Route 60. A new interchange obviously is going to have huge impacts on regional movement, because right now, you've got a good 5 to 6 miles in between the two interchanges that are out there. So providing another point to access the interstate and access the roadway network would definitely help out in the future. All right, and then last slide for me. All right, this is where we usually get the crazy looks, is when we try to explain how long it takes to implement some of these transportation projects. What this slide is showing is the potential phasing of these projects. You'll notice there's not actual fiscal years associated with this. This is more trying to show the typical time frame in which we could implement a specific type of project. You'll notice at the top end with regional connectivity, the majority of the regional connectivity is going to be 5 years and beyond, as far as even being able to start these and seeing them through to completion. One thing to keep in mind, anything that touches the interstate, federal government has to get involved. There's a lot of really detailed reviews that we have to go through, a lot of requirements associated to environmental documents. So, there's funding is obviously a big part of this, but there's also just the process of doing a transportation project can take a long time, and it can seem that it's not moving forward when it is, but we like to make sure that people understand that these projects can't be built overnight. On the local operational improvements, though, on that end of it, these are a lot easier to implement, only because of the fact that they are less expensive, so that alone is easier to find funding for them. But then also some of these are ones that don't have as arduous of a process for development, and normally we can get these up and running. And sometimes what we'll see too is if we do operational improvements, it may have such a positive impact that you may not see the need for a construction that you thought you needed down the road that was showing in initial projections. So I am going to turn it over to Justin from our district office, and then we will both be available to take questions afterwards.
Hey everybody, I'm Justin Lott. I'm District 1 Pre-Construction Engineer out of our Gainesville office. I've been with GDOT for about 18 years now, and like Kelly mentioned, I'm somewhat local. I grew up in Brazelton. I saw this place when it was not a traffic problem, so I understand. But, sorry, next slide. And this may be difficult to see, and if so, we are going to be sending this presentation to Jennifer so she can post it on the website and everyone can have access to it. But just did this map, and it's got some projects on it. Of course, the roundabout that's under construction at State Route 53 in New Cut. Then we have a long-range project. It's the widening of State Route 53 from 85 to 211. We have another long-range project, which I don't really think it's going to go with the results of this study that was just completed. It is State Route 53 widening from 85 to Tapwood Road, and sorry, I just don't really see 53 being widened through here with the impacts that would cause. Next one, the State Route 211 widening project, that's currently under construction from 85 to Pinot Noir. Then we've got right-of-way acquisition that's ongoing on the other one, the State Route 211 from Pinot Noir to 347. And we've got PE funds authorized on the next northern section, which is 211 from 347 to 53. It doesn't have construction funding and right-of-way funding currently available, but it is moving forward with preliminary engineering. Then there is the State Route 211 widening from 124 to State Route 11. That is another long-range project. And honestly, that project is just one of those that's been on the books. With the West Winder bypass being built, that project's not gonna go to State Route 11 now. It will likely end at the West Winder bypass, as Kelly showed. We have a project that's about to go to construction. It's the roundabout at State Route 60 and State Route 124. Of course, Kelly mentioned it's a long-range project, but with the study being completed, I imagine it will probably move in. It's the State Route 60 interchange at 85. And then lastly, there is a transportation alternatives project that the city of Houston has. It's a shared use path from State Route 53 to Twin Lakes Boulevard. It's just got PE funds authorized on it, so